Oh, because I think it's because I called you. I don't know. About it. It's popped up now. I'm ready to show my camera, so it's all recording.
Yeah, it just hasn't showed your camera yet. I can just get you. I've just got your little head.
My little head. Well, the little
Your
icon with the green.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope you're ready for this. This is funny.
Oh God, I'm
This,
recording just in case
this is
because I'm like,
funny.
what is he? Did you dye hair blonde? Please tell me you dyed your hair blonde.
You ready?
I think so. Oh my God.
Dorks down under.
I don't know what's worse. The fact that you've got the world's worst porn star mustache, but then you've got the Hawaiian shirt on. I'm feeling like there should be a Magnum PI playing somewhere.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dogs Down Under, the show where two men just get together and have a chat about shit or random topics involving geekdom and everything else involved
And one
with
of us
it.
now looks like Magnum PI. Wow.
There is a good reason for it. There is a good well, not really a good reason
Okay,
for it.
okay. If you have never watched the video and you are listening to this on Spotify or you're listening to this on your favorite podcast app, for the love of God, just tune in for the first. I think we've been going 30 seconds so far.
Yes.
The first minute to 30 seconds to see my co-host Tom Selleck from Magnum PI. Oh my God.
Yes, as Des has already informed you, ladies and gentlemen, we are available on our good podcast software. You can also view our beautiful faces on Spotify as well as YouTube at Dogs Down Under. Please also follow us on our social medias. Wait! Please also follow us on our social medias. It's on X as well as TikTok at Dogs Down Under Podcast. Thank you very much for joining us. And this week we are going to be having just a great big laugh for episode 39 of season 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Say the beautiful faces, honestly, right now. I'm not sure. It's this one is we're really pushing the friendship here on beautiful faces with Quigley knows best over here.
Pushing the friendship, I love it. Right, okay, I'll explain, right? Okay.
There's no explanation.
There is an explanation, right? Okay, for a start off, every autumn/winter, I always grow out my beard because I just do. It's just because I can't be bothered. It's cold, everything else. I just can never be bothered. All right. Now, obviously, we're now approaching summertime in New Zealand, and normally I shave it straight off. Last night we were going. Last night me and Ellie had a nice date night. We went to a string quartet who were doing Queen tribute songs. Okay.
Darling.
Hence the shirt. But I was ready to go, and my brain went, it would have been funny if we shaved the beard off and do a Freddy tash. And
funny is a big call right there.
Yeah. But no, because bear in mind. All right, hang on. I will send you my outfit choice that I had on last night, and you would actually go, you know what? Yeah, and we'll happily get this. Make sure this is posted live as well. I'll get you to describe it for the lovely ladies and gentlemen.
I must say though, the best tribute band I ever saw was weirdly I was in Germany, and we were walking around Hamburg, Germany, and we Munich. Sorry, we were walking around Munich, and there was a tribute band to Kiss.
Yeah,
but it was an air guitar tribute band.
Okay.
But the thing is, they all the makeup, all the get up, and they were a guitar band to Kiss, which I just thought was amazing.
Okay, right. I've just messaged you.
God.
So the top one is what I wore. That was with my full beard, beard, which looks pretty good. I think. I think I looked very good for the night. Looked very pro and proper.
Yeah.
And I took a quick photo after I've shaved to have the mustache effect. And it does look good. I think it looks very dashing. Very dashing.
Yes. I don't know. Dashing, I'm just going to send you a picture back.
All right. Okay.
Just saying, you guys could have been brothers just 20 years apart.
All right.
Well, so Jordan is in. Oh my God, Jordan is in what looks like a sort of like a light cream pants with a brown belt, quite fetching. I'm hoping he's teamed that with brown shoes because
Yes, I
the
have. I
belt
was
needs
wearing
to
nice
match
proper
the
brown Italian style points as well.
look, very thing.
You know.
And then he has this, I would say, a dark blue, almost black shirt with a whole heap of
Yeah, black.
black. Is it? Yeah, in
Yeah,
the shirt, I think it's a little bit lighter. It has some blue flowers and a little bit of ferns and stuff on there, with the buttons done to his navel, with just this sexy chest of hair sticking out. And I've just seen him on Facebook pretty much Magnum PI from that time. And
yeah.
other than him wearing a purple shirt, there is a lot, and also the big curly hair. It is very, very,
It is.
very similar.
It is as
It's
well.
kind of scary.
But as you can see, underneath the other photos I sent you, I sent you, because obviously while shaving down from a beard, I've done some videos and as well as some images of a variety.
I think right now all we need is a Jordan Mo montage.
It's a good job. I am planning on making the Jordan montage. I'm going to make it available on our TikTok, so that's going to be hilarious. But I need to put it obviously on here as well because people are going to find it hilarious to look at. But as you can,
what you need to do is you need to put it to the Magnum PI soundtrack, just because.
Okay, all right. I'll see what I can do. See if we can get that past copyright.
Because seriously, like that, if you had curly hair and a red, I think it's a Corvette. And
yeah, he drove a Corvette, I think. Yeah, if I remember right. I'm sure he did.
You literally could be brothers right now.
To be fair, I think if I had like a tracksuit on, I could possibly be Coach Lasso, ever so slightly, like a little bit of an older variant.
we could definitely see if we can swing that for sure.
We could try and swing that. That'd be interesting. But as you can see, my the other two photos I sent you of the handlebars.
Yes. Yeah.
I have threatened Ellie saying, "Oh, maybe do this for next November." She went, "I'll pay you not to." How about that?
But it is kind of funny because you got the handlebars that go straight down.
Yeah.
And then you got the handlebars that also curve into the chin slightly.
I thought it looked really funny.
Yeah.
I also did a video where I've got like, so I've got the full goatee and I've got like sideburns like all the way to the end. There's literally a gap just between. It looks so bad.
I swear to God, this is why Ali should not let you have a razor and should send you to the barber to get it done so you can't do dickish things.
Oh, what? Look, come on. You got to admit, I think apart from I do want to keep twiddling it, but apart from that, I think I look rather dashing. I think it looks rather good. So yeah, so last night we had a day night. We went to this beautiful string quartet called Kulios NZ. And they were working with Fever Productions, who do these candlelight concerts. And basically, it's designed to get classical music back into being affordable, number one, which is quite good.
Yeah, they actually do that here.
They're worldwide. I think he said last night, I think it was like 180 cities around the world. They're doing, and especially at this time of year where they do, obviously, like the session on before us was Christmas carols. So, because they said, I want to go to this, and she said, which one do you want to go to? And I had a look at the Queen. I saw Queen, I thought, great, that's already a great start. Tick, big tick immediately. And then I had to look at the Christmas Carol ones. I thought, that's probably what Elle would like to see, actually. So I thought, I'll just have a look, because it gives you the program of what they're going to do. And you know the problem is that, because obviously I grew up C of E, and I went to a lot of Christmas things. Oh, God. Singing everything from left, right, and center. I was literally going down this going, yeah, I know how to sing that one. I can sing that one. Oh, yeah, I can sing that one as well. Oh, there's that one. Oh, that's a tried and tested classic. It was literally, I was like, oh, my God. I said to her, I said, look, I would love to go to the Christmas Carol one, but I can't do it. I feel like I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it.
I won't lie though, I hate Christmas, and I think for any person that is born in December, like the two of us, Christmas is kind of freaking horrid.
Well,
just because it ruins your birthday every year. Like even my 40th, I ended up deciding that I was going to throw something for my 40th. So I gave people like 4 months notice. I had 28 close friends that I invited that were in the country. I'm going to stem that because otherwise Jordan is.
I was about to say, I was like, hang on a brother, where was mine? I would have made sure I was there with bells on.
and that's exactly why I made sure to put in country. Of that, I think I had 9 of my friends, and then 2 of them bought partners. And even though I gave them 3 months' notice, people like cancel last minute and go, "Oh, actually, I've got something else has popped up."
Just curiously for the folks at home, what date is your birthday? What date of this beautiful month that is December?
I'm not saying it because you're going to do something stupid if I tell you.
No, why am I going to do something stupid?
I think you may actually have Instagram. It may actually be on Facebook. So
yeah, it doesn't matter.
No,
it's all right. I'll say it because I'll happily tell the beautiful ladies and gentlemen of our podcast family that I'm a Boxing Day baby. So
yep.
Generally, there's only, like, I would say realistically one day that's worse than mine, and that has to be Christmas Day. If you're born on Christmas Day, I feel sorry for you.
Actually, I've got two friends that are born New Year's Day, and they're like, the only thing is we can kind of always celebrate it the night before, and then at midnight everybody obviously says happy birthday. But they said trying to do anything on my birthday is horrid.
Oh yeah. Oh no, absolutely. I'll tell you what, growing up, it was generally always a family occasion because, of course, none of my friends were ill because guess what they were doing? They were all off with family and everything else. So it was only when I got to, like, when we were all sort of late teens where we were able to sort of do our own thing, and it was like, but then at that point we're all drinking. And given my hometown, because at the time, obviously, every pub was shut Christmas Day. This is talking back in the day now in England. Because now,
really?
Oh yeah, because if you want to go if you want to go to the pub at Christmas now, I guarantee you, in any town in England, at least one of the pubs is open, and it's busy.
Yeah, because when I worked there back in between 2003 and 2006, our pub was always open between 12 and 2.
Mm.
And you could come in and drink. There wasn't any food or anything like that. So the chefs, normally as the bar manager, I'd actually say, listen, I'll run it and let the other guys drink and be merry or go where they need to be, because some of them had like friends and stuff they used to hang with where I didn't. So I was like, that's cool. I'm just going to stay in the pub, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, only for 2 hours though.
That policy's changed. That's like, basically any pub can apply now, and they can be open for normal hours if they want, or they can choose their own hours. And most of them now put a feed on, sort of thing. So but you have to book in advance if you want to have the full Christmas dinner experience, because obviously they need to know how many to order for. But they might be able to rustle up like ham, egg, and chips or something. They might have like a very, very limited menu on for everything else. But it's
one thing that shocked me. There was a lot of people there. Like, you come in Christmas and you'd have all your locals come in. All your locals would then also bring their family. So you'd actually have like our pub was quite a decent size. Like, I think we at one point then during the rugby we could probably hold about, if you included the beer garden, probably about 200-300 people. And it would have been the only time I'd ever seen it full other than the rugby was Christmas Day, and there were kids running around. So we ended up buying candy canes and different things for them and stuff. Like, it was just insane. But I'm like, wow.
To be fair, it's one thing I didn't. I mean, we always used to not go, and then one year it was, how old was Ed? Thinking about it. In fact, was Ed? Yeah, no, Ed was there. Yeah, no, because my dad. That was it. My dad came down. My brother was over. Ed was still little sort of thing, and I think we. Ellie got in from a night shift because she was working a night shift the night before, sort of thing. So I basically got up. I got everything started, i.e., roasts are in, and anything that requires long-term cooking is in the morning, and we're gonna eat at like 6. So it's like, right, okay, right, we're all gonna go out of the house, boys. We're gonna pack up Ed, and we're gonna walk into town, and we're gonna have a few beers at the pubs and stuff like that. And it was just. That was the best option, because that way we're all out the house and we're not making noise, even though we were told it's fine, you don't have to go anywhere. But it's just like, I know what it's like. I can't envision trying to sleep when you got people downstairs, especially between me, my brother, and my dad, and my dad. That would be it would be loud. So anyway, we ended up going downtown, and I was actually, while I was down the town, and this is my first ever experience, I was like, you can get used to this. This is very easy. You turn up, you get your you get your booze, you get your food. The only thing is you're paying more for it. That's it. You pay for the convenience. But I do. The reason why I never used to go out on my birthday on Boxing Day is because back in the day, my town, because everything used to be shut. So the basically Boxing Day, of course, because the pubs have been shut for a day. The Boxing Day rush would just be mental. Everyone's going shopping, everyone's going drinking. That's it. That's the two things that's happening on Boxing Day. So I actually realised for me it was more because if I wanted to go out, I'd have to stand like 6 deep at the bar every time, even though I knew all the bar stuff and they would get to you quicker than everyone else. But it was easier to go. You know what? I'd rather work a triple shift for the day and get paid a ridiculous amount of money, and then I'll go out in 2 days' time before New Year's, and because why not? And that's the way I used to run it. That's the way me and all my friends used to do it. We literally used to just work then, and then we'd go out either the night after or the night after that sort of thing. Yeah. And then that would be my birthday night out, and it was quicker.
And that's the weirdest thing is I do find that sometimes going out for for a couple of days after your birthday or before, especially if you're on one of those big days, it works out all right. Like my friends used to always laugh at me because I ended up not coming to school these weeks. So we've got a thing here. I don't know if you have it, but what happens is once school finishes, especially for the year 12s, they all go up to Queensland, have a holiday, like a couple of weeks off, and it is just 17 and 18-year-olds.
Oh, we're talking sixth formers. Like essentially, sorry, my brain and terminology is sixth form. So
once you finish VCE or finish your GS, what is it called there?
Well, no, you have GCSEs. So you have GCSEs, then you go into A levels.
Oh, I don't even know.
So that's in England. That's in England, of course. So GCSEs would be 11, and then 12 and 13 is A levels. But that's when you're having your nights out, realistically. Sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. So here we have obviously prep, and then we have 1st to 12th. Yeah. 12th is your final year, and that's when you graduate high school. Okay. So pretty much these guys have graduated high school, finished their exams, and then there's 2 weeks where they all go up to Queensland or somewhere sunny to have a big holiday. There's a lot of underage drinking. There's a lot of just like craziness. And
I can already envision. I was about to say, is this basically like
it's pretty much like going to Ibiza?
It's like going, like miniature Ibiza. Oh my god, jeez.
Yeah, so it is a bit of a bloody nightmare. But that being said, a lot of people seem to really like it. I ended up not doing it, and my friends were like, "Oh, you should so do it. Why didn't you go?" And I'm like, to be honest, because I can work at a nightclub. People are getting smashed. They're paying heaps of money because everybody's out partying because they finished year 12, especially. They're also legal, which means if I meet a young lass, I'm not afraid that I'm going to get arrested. Also, because of Christmas and stuff, they're screaming for staff and nobody wants to work. Yep. So I'm doing 12, 15-hour days. Then because I'm doing all those days, as a reward, they're also offering to let me work on the actual public holidays. Yeah. Which means I'm doing 12 to 15 hours on a public holiday, which at the time was I think 2.5 times, and if it was on a Sunday, it was like 3.5 times.
Nice.
So I would make a small fortune then, and then in January when it was dead and hospitality wasn't giving many shifts, I'd still get quite a few shifts because I actually put in the effort over December. But because there's also not that many, I'd end up not doing it, and actually still having a fair bit of time off. But the difference was having shitloads of money to do it.
Fabulous, and that's the way to do it. I mean, God forbid. I remember one year. I was working New Year's one year. I remember this, and I remember this vividly because it's one of my favorite things. So I was pulling a full day. So I was working the full day. I had the option to work on the extra night. So I was working from 11 till 10 was my the full day. So I was doing 3 shifts. But they said there might be an option for you to work on from 11 till 2 in the morning. And I was like, okay, if that comes up, great, I'll happily have it. And literally, I worked all the way through. They gave me my breaks and everything else, and they said, "Do you want the shift?" We said we got 1 slot left, and obviously, because I pulled in the full day, you'd rather give it to me because obviously someone had flaked out, and I was like, "Yep, no worries, I'll take it." So I'm working, cracking on. I'm obviously thinking, "Sweet, thinking, we're gonna be splashing that cash tomorrow. Looking forward to it." But there's a guy who came up and he ordered he was with a group of people and he ordered a whole bunch of drinks, and so I cracked on, pulling everything else, made sure it was all served up and everything else. So literally, what it's like when you get a group order, you spend you think it's half an hour, but it's less than 10 minutes because you double up. You know how to get everything once you're in the flow. And then the guy I think it came to 20 something quid. It's 20 something, whatever. He hands me a £50 note. Now, obviously, I had to scan that, obviously, because, high hole note, blah, 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 blah. Scanned it.
Little pen.
Oh yeah. We had the fancy UV light. We did.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I wasn't cool enough for that. There was
yeah,
one pub that had it, and so for anybody who doesn't know, $50 pounds are quite rare in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So, which means quite often what would happen is they're very easily counterfeit.
Yes,
So
very much
what
so.
they would have is they would actually have a scanner that you would put the $50 bill under, and it would scan it, make sure there's no thing. Or they would have this little pen that was clear that you would draw on it, and then it would actually, I think it's an alcohol pen, and it would actually dissipate some of the ink
Yeah.
if it was fake.
Mm-hmm.
So just for people that aren't
Yeah,
from the UK,
sorry,
you got
I should have
going into
explained that a little
yeah.
bit better. Thank you for that, Des. But yeah, so obviously I scanned it and I said, all right, and I'm so pulling out the change, whatever it was, and I was handing it to him, and he went, "Oh no, keep it, mate. It's a tip." And I was like, "Sir, just to remind you, you've handed me a 50 and it cost this much, so you got this much change." "Yep, no worries, pal." "Sir, just one more time, because obviously you could tell he's a bit," and I was like, "Right, we need to sort of focus on me for 1 second. I'm giving you your change. I don't want it. It's your tip." And then I was like, "Right, well, I've asked him twice. Okay, it's my tip now."
Honestly, I have heard him twice, and it's still.
Luckily, the bar manager stood next to me, and he saw it, and he was like, "Yep." He says, "It's your tip, pal." Like, sweet, back of the pocket.
Oh damn!
I was like, "Damn," that was like an entire hour's. It was like double an hour's wage or whatever it was. I was like, "Sweet."
I actually worked obviously in Kingston. There's a place called Oceana. That's a big thing, and one of the guys that became a regular at the pub owned it. And he's like, "Bro, you used to work nightclubs. Can you help us out a couple of days a week?" I was like, "Yeah." So he threw me in the VIP lounge.
Oh
And
God.
a lot of these people were quite well to do, shall we say. And quite often, also, what they would do is they would literally just, at the start of the night, walk in and be like, "You're new here, so this is for you. You didn't see anything." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You didn't see anything that happened here."
Sounds
And
like a
he
bit
just,
of
and he
hush
just
money.
handed you like a couple of $100. And he gets like a couple £100. But what would happen is like half a dozen would do that. And you're just like, okay. And obviously there was a lot that would happen. There were ladies that would come in. There's there's white powder. Somebody would accidentally drop some powdered sugar onto the table and
Oh yeah.
stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. And it
That
was
pixie dust,
just
man.
instant.
Everyone loves a bit of that pixie dust. Those
I don't
pixie sticks
understand
back in the day.
I don't understand
Never
it's
understood
like.
it myself.
Yeah, but yeah, and there was a lot that happened in there. And then at the end of it, and then also what they would do is they would just give you, they wouldn't want change. So they just give you £20 for like 11 quid worth of drinks, and they just be like, and they just keep taking the notes. But then they would keep giving you the $20 notes for the same order. So you're getting like 4 quid every time they do it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
like at the end of it, I walked out with an apron that I swear to God, I walked and it sounded like an old friggin'
You sound like you're
cowboy
carrying
walking with the
sacks of
chaps.
coins.
Seriously, like it was like when you see in those old movies where like, and the chaps and all the things on the buckles and stuff move, and that was pretty much what I sounded like. And yeah, I think I mean, I must have walked out of there with probably almost £1,000, and I was like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid, I never worked the nightclub sort of section, but yeah, about my pubs ran from like 11 till 2 in the morning, and people just used to throw tips at you at some points, and it's like, oh, what was it? The best one is that they could buy you a drink, which is fine, sort of thing, and and they say, oh, it's like, well, I'm gonna have this, is that okay? And they'll go yeah or nay, whatever. Most of the time, it was very rare they said no. So literally, it's just, so you used to get something that you wanted, but then you realise that when you're on like your fifth or sixth one of the night, it's like, right, I'm just going to put down this and that, and they're all signed off to you. So then suddenly I have a night out, and we end up coming via my pub, and it's like, right, great, can I cash some of my drinks, please? Yeah, sure. Which ones do you want to cash? I want to cash this, and this. And basically, that's my round bought. I've bought a free round of drinks.
Yeah. It is handy if you know what your boys drink.
Yeah.
But yeah, we actually had a thing where we would actually I actually had a few friends, and what we would do is like I'd actually say to some of my workers, listen, if you've got too many drinks for the night, just take a standard beer. And what I'll do is I'll give you, say, because I think a standard beer at the time was like $2.60 or £3. I'm like, for every one that you sell back, I'll give you £2 for, and then that way, then it did kind of make up.
Oh, it balances the books. Yeah.
So it worked out pretty well. And most of them were like, that's fine because I'm not really paying for it. So yeah, why not?
Yeah, well, it's they're getting a drink or they get a free tip or they're getting a free two quid tip. So yeah, no, it works out massively for them.
So I was like, yeah, cool, let's do that. And it was just one of those things where I'm just like, it just makes it so easy.
Mm.
And yeah, I just found that it was a great way of doing things. But yeah, it is weird just how much money you could kind of make off a lot of this stuff. Where you're like, oh Jesus.
To be fair, as I said, but I'm sure I think I've already brought it up on the podcast episode a long time ago that I used to work before I worked as a bar trainee and then being a bar staff. What a great loophole to get around paying certain wages. Anyway, before that I was a glass collector.
Yes.
And which was fine. Great first time gig. Loved it. I had a great time with it. But then you realise after a couple of months that a good way to supplement your income when you're working at, because the pub I worked for was part of a chain of 3, and of course the glass collecting staff, if something crocked up, it would be like, we're absolutely slammed here, can you send the glass collector along, so you get, the managers would chop and change who gets sent and all that jazz, and then suddenly you realise that, bar managers are like, yeah, I want so and so transferred here. I want so and so here. So can we do a swap? Sort of thing. So you would end up we became a commodity because bar managers like, nah, I'm not sending him. I said I'll send him providing that I get a so and so back here instead.
Yeah.
So
if you're a good glass collector, mate, there is a lot of money to be made, and people don't realise that. But I'm like,
there is, but the way we used to supplement our income, it wasn't like through tips or anything like that. It was purely through. I mean, obviously the bar managers used to make sure you were looked after, but it was keeping an eye on what we call the gamblers, which is i.e. the slot machines or the pokies as it's known down here. Obviously old school. Now when I talk about pokies, I'm talking about the old school reel to reel sort of 3 spinners or maybe 5 spinners. We're talking actual physical mechanical moving stuff. None of this LCD algorithm crap that I don't trust it. I do not trust it. I've thrown money in and I do win because I know how gamblers work. I understand the concept of how you win on them, and that's the easy bit. But I don't trust that. I can't see the physical wheel moving. I don't.
For anybody that has been to the UK, it is hilarious because they do call them fruit machines.
Oh, fruities.
And that's how it was always introduced to me. And I'm like, what the freaking hell is a fruit machine? And it was literally just because a lot of them are fruit, and if you get a cherry, you win a pound back. If you get this,
the old school, what do they call the one-arm bandits, as they're commonly referred to in the UK. I don't know if they're called that anywhere else. One-arm bandit is where you had the lever that you had to physically pull rather than push a button. That was the majority of the time always had purely fruit, maybe fruit bars, a bell, and maybe a star for jackpot occasionally, but it was generally fruits. So that's the reason where fruit machine came from, sort of thing. But it was just, as a glass collector, it was suddenly you walk around, it's like, you start talking to the other glass collectors, like, how much money has he sunk into that? Oh, he's sunk in he's about 60 quid in now. Has he won yet? No, not a won. Oh, okay, that's interesting. And you just keep an eye on it as you walk around. And then next thing you know, you finish your shift and you say to the boss, great, can I jump on Gambler? Yeah, throw your money away, no stress. Great. $5 in, jackpot. There we go, thank you.
We had a guy who was... He was this little guy who was probably about 5'5", bald head, came in, was very he was a builder, very gruff, this, that, and the other. He'd have 5 or 6 beers, and then he would go to gin and tonic. The second he went to gin and tonic, he became this over-the-top queen-like person, which was funny. His name was Smithy, and still to this day, if he was to call me and needed anything, I would call him. He is one of the nicest guys ever. He always looked out for you. And then obviously, we also obviously helped, Richmond Arms, as I've spoken about before. But it was just absolutely hilarious. And he was notorious for getting wasted and putting hundreds of pounds in this fruit machine. And yeah, same thing. Like, once he left and everything was gone, I would literally be like, screw it, put a $5 in, and I reckon 9 times out of 10, you'd pull out at least 50 or 60 quid. And you're like,
No,
ridiculous.
it was all about being up at the end of the day. I mean, to be fair, that entire thing started my, I call it my gambler addiction phase, where I was throwing money away left, right, because I became the poor sucker when I was on my night out. And it's like, yeah, I'll throw money in the slots. Why not? And it's just like, why do I do it? It was like, I shot myself in the foot some days. It was stupid.
My gambling phase was, I used to live with Big J, who is one of my good friends from the UK. Good mate from TAFE or uni. And when I got back from the UK, we ended up moving in together with one of my other friends, Megs. And we used to have this horse night, as we used to call it, because what would happen is we would go to the local pub that had TAB. We would literally have $100. That had to include our beers, any food we got, all this stuff. And literally, we'd sit at the TAB and we put on like first four or trifectas for like a $5. So which means even if they hit, you were getting like 13%. But we noticed though that if we did that, we ended up probably hitting at least one, maybe two races and normally come up on top. But any winnings we got had to go into the pocket. You weren't allowed to put that back in. It was just $100 and it sat in the middle of the table. And then one of the pubs that when we went to it, because our normal pub was being close to renovation, had one of those machines that had a claw machine in it.
Oh, yeah.
So the idea was moving forward, if you won, you were allowed to put the coins into the claw machine.
Okay.
And then there was another one where it was also a skill tester where you had to stop it, and then if you would get the minor prize. We worked out the trick on how to get the minor prize every single time. So we cleared the entire thing out of the minor prize. So to the point where I reckon with everything, if we put $6 in, we'd win 5 prizes. Like we were killing it. We had all these bottle openers. We had this, and it was all on our table. We had pints of beer. We got a pub lunch, and it was the greatest time ever. And we did that for about 10 or 12 weeks, and that was our gambling thing. We never ever actually came out on loss because occasionally a first four would come up, or occasionally a trifecta would come out. And then at the time we were living with Megs, as I said, and one of the dogs was called Megan. And we're like, Smeghead, we're betting on you. So we put a tenner on Megan. Megan got up. We didn't realise that Megan was paying 24-1.
Okay.
So we won like 200 and something bucks off Megan. So that ended up paying for our next 2 or 3 thingos because we just thought it was funny. So we're like, yeah, let's put some money on Megan. But that was the closest I've ever come to gambling. And it was more that it was just an excuse for me and Big J to spend the day together, have a day out, have a few beers, chill, distress after that. But I've never really got that into gambling. Well, I mean, other than obviously Warhammer, but
yeah, which is gamble.
That is completely.
To be fair, Magic's the same thing, quite frankly. God, yeah.
I'm lucky. I haven't paid. So I've made decks and then I've bought the cards. But I haven't really spent that much money.
No. You're not in it half as deep as I am.
I'm very, very lucky where I get invited to a lot of Magic events. So I do get some free product, which has kind of been nice.
Yes.
And then occasionally I'll be like, I really want to make this deck, and I'll buy the cards individually. Sometimes from America.
So I have to open one of my beautiful beers from my advent calendar, which obviously in keeping it on brand as well.
That's cool. So for anybody that is listening, we're listening to the hiss of the beer, and we missed it already. But Jordan has an advent calendar that just literally looks like a box with numbers written on it, and every time you open one, it's a new beer.
Yes.
I'm like, that is ridiculous. I want one.
Well, that's. I mean, it's fabulous. It's great. I mean, I got Ellie a gin one, so she's got a gin one as well.
You know what I want? I wanted to have full bottles of gin though.
No, it's not.
On those days.
No. It's not a full bottle of gin. Dear. It's like a mini. It's like so. Her one.
She opens it and it's like this, and you're like, shit. And then there's 24 of them.
She's got 24. It's basically 24 miniatures wax sealed. They call them drums, which is basically technically a shot, but it's 24 different gins for her to try on 24 different days, sort of thing. It's literally because you know. The boy's got his advent calendar, and I was like, well, you know, come on. I was like, and I ended up seeing something like this a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh, well, and then this year I was like, you know what? Can I get one? And it'll be a bit, if we can, I want to get one. And then I saw the beer one, and I thought, well, if I get the beer one, I have to get Ellie something, don't I? Because that'll be a bit rude.
Rude,
So it'd be very rude if I just got myself something. So I had a quick look, and you can get wine ones and everything. So
really?
Yeah, it costs you a fortune for the wine one because they actually give you. It's not like a half bottle; they give you a proper bottle. So you can. And I thought to myself, who's drinking a bottle a day for 24 days? I mean, God forbid.
I won't lie, I've got friends that probably would.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I mean, when I'm having a wine night, with me and I'll have a wine night together. We will smash out a couple of bottles easily. Sort of thing, because we tend to put something on and we're watching. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! You did see? Did I send you the trail? I've sent you a couple of trailers, I think, last couple of days. Right? There's 2 trailers that we need to talk about. In fact, and this is the perfect place to discuss it. So, first trailer, Fallout, the TV series.
Oh no, you haven't sent me that, but I've seen
I have.
these videos.
No, I did. I sent it to you. I did. I swear I did. I swear I did. It wasn't just Drunken Jay just lying to me. I swear. Right? Okay. But that looks immense. And okay, the first thing I did, because I'm a Fallout fan. You're a Fallout fan. I'm aware, roughly aware of. You like the dystopian futures. Now, they show in the trailer. They show which vault number it is, which was 33, and I was like, oh god, please tell me you've not made a massive boo-boo. Because let's be honest, right? Okay, TV producers don't think about this stuff, all right? Whereas we do, because we're fanboys and we've all been there. And there's lots of lore around the Fallout series. So the first thing I did was vault numbers and experiments, and 33 has never been found. So thank Lord that it, so immediately the first thing that could have gone wrong didn't go wrong. So we're very happy about that, which is really good.
Sent me it. I'm November 6th right now.
All right, okay.
And John Jordan hasn't sent me.
I have. I swear I did, because I saw it and I was like, oh my god, we did it. Yeah, I did. Where is it? I sent it to you. I did send it. I did. Yes, I did. I sent it last night. Liar. 7:30 last night. Calling me out. I see it now.
There's absolutely nothing here.
Via TikTok. I said it was the message after the one of the painting style. That one.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Because TikTok's a pain in the ass because I don't have an account.
I know.
So I've got to screw around with it, and it's just annoying more than anything.
But it's good, right? But today on TikTok, and I haven't sent you this. I will admit, because I've just realised I haven't sent you it because I sent it to the wife instead.
Favoritism much?
Right, okay. It's not favoritism. But we both love the show, okay? Right. As we've already discussed about Kevin Smith's reboot on Netflix of He-Man series, we've discussed that in a previous episode. How much we all loved it. Great 2 series. Absolutely amazing. Fantastic. The third one is coming out in...
Does it have Dolph Lundgren as He-Man?
No.
Because if not, what's the point?
I don't know who it has as He-Man, but we have Mordak coming, i.e. the main bad guy from She-Ra, sort of thing. So, and I'll tell you now, it looks good. It's in the same style and everything. It already looks great from the trailer. It looks fantastic.
That's all right then. I can get down with that.
So it's He-Man's Master of the Universe Revolutions. I saw that last night and I was like, oh my god, that looks immense. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
And then I found out it's January coming up and I'm like, even better. I don't even have to wait 6 months. It's like great. So yeah.
Kind of cool. Yeah, no, because I know Jack Reacher season 2, which I'm looking at diving into, just came out. Obviously, I saw one last night, and I think we need a live reaction on this one because I think it's just too good to not share live with Jordan.
God.
And also because Jordan's going to probably going to have to put this into the thing as he's editing.
Why do you like making my life awkward? That's the problem.
I'm just going to send you the movie poster because I just think it is too good not to do.
Oh my god.
So
that's not real. That's not real.
I literally downloaded it last night.
That is not real. That can't be a real movie. Which 100%. Producer allowed the concept of that to happen? I mean, right, okay, hang on. For those of you who are not watching us, ladies and gentlemen, because I have to fit this in and I really don't want to. So Des has just sent me a beautiful poster image, which quite frankly looks so made up. It looks like it's AI. It looks like ChatGPT generated this thing. It looks so ridiculous. So the movie is called Monster Nado. Obviously based off a popular franchise series that Des is more than one occasion has said is possibly the best movie franchise ever created, especially for the monster universes. But anyway.
So here's the storyline, which makes it even better. As a Bermuda Triangle erupts with a magnetic pulse, forcing spirals of prehistoric beasts to the surface, a scientist stunned by the military seeks shelter in a posh hotel only to find himself in the middle of a showdown between the FBI and a vicious human trafficker. The clock is ticking to save the world, take down the criminals, and not get eaten. So not only does it have monsters somehow in a tornado, which it does seem to show, like a giant T-Rex and a giant squid and a great white and a number of things, they're also stuck in a hotel with drug dealers. So this is just think of the layers that has gone into this.
No, it's not layers. This is garbage. Is what this is. This is compressed garbage.
Every minute of it.
It's not. It's.
You know what the funniest thing is? So I've just seen the IMDb, and what makes it even funnier is that the writer is also the lead star. So it's gonna be quality, you know that. And the dude's name is Derek, and spelt the same way. And it's not me. I'm not Derek Miller. But that being said,
just wow. And not a good wow, Days. Come on, brother. I mean, yeesh.
What's scary too, though, is it has 2 user reviews, which is even more crazy.
2 people have watched this.
One says, and this is just the titles, 7 out of 10, a perfectly cheesy and goofy genre effort. Okay? And the other one just says, is a 3 out of 10, and it says, it was all over the place. I'm not sure if I liked it or hated it, but... I'd watch it again, is what they said, and I'm like, yes.
Oh, because obviously the person's not suffered enough in their life. Obviously, I mean, God,
Monster NATO, here I come.
No, there's honest to God, we need to get you hooked up with something, brother. You need a better drug outlet than this crap.
I really need a woman.
You know what? You need a good woman, brother. That's what we need.
Even a bad woman at this point. Jordan's like, you're so lost right now that even a bad woman would do you right.
You know what? The women that your mum warned you about as a child, saying you need one of them. I think that's the only way to save you right now, brother. Dear Lord, God. Monster Nado. Oh my God, Des. Like, seriously, that looks so terrible. Although, to be fair, funnily enough, I mean, God forbid today, because we've had a bit of a chill, well, I say we've had a chill weekend. We haven't. Because obviously, I was running around doing stuff yesterday. Today, we had a mulch. I sound such a dad now, and I even look like a dad, especially with this mustache on. But we had a mulch delivery this week, so we got our mulch delivered for the bank for the embankment. So today I got up, I cracked on, I got my singlet on, I got my shorts on, I got my headphones in. And I was prepping the ground. I was de-weeding.
Really like the big headphones.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was my little skull candy ones. But God forbid. So I cracked on. I was prepping the land, de-weeding, and then I'd say I've probably shifted about, I reckon, 1/2 to 3/4 of a ton today. God forbid, it's bloody labour intensive. Jesus, I'll say I cracked on today. I literally got in and I was dripping, and Elle was like, "You're having a shower, right?" And then obviously this beautiful thing occurred. She has warned me that I am not coming to bed with it.
I do know that we often say that you can see our beautiful faces on YouTube and stuff like that, and of course we are horribly lying. But this episode, when we say it, this is so much of a lie that it couldn't be any more of a lie. Like, even the devil's like, damn, bro,
To be,
that's pushing it, man.
to be fair,
he's like, I'm the devil, and even I'm like, that's a lot of lie.
No, see what I did, right? So I'll paint a picture for what I did, right? Okay. So obviously I decided I was gonna do it.
Anything
I thought,
but a picture right now.
oh
Mate.
no! All right, no.
Working hard.
I'm gonna paint the scene. We're gonna paint the scene of what happened. So Elle she's chilling out on the couch and she's putting a movie on. I did, literally she's picking a movie. I said, right there, I'm gonna go because Eddie's having a nap because he had a sleepover and he was knackered. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go have a shower and get and figuring I'm gonna do this anyway. But I was just like, so I'll crack it on, and I come out because obviously because obviously since last night I've had Queen songs running through my head, obviously because I've heard beautiful classical renditions and everything else. So
you listen to classical music. You have classic music just flowing through your veins, and you decide to put on a Hawaiian shirt and
So I did the Hawaiian shirt. So I put on the outfit from last night. So I'm wearing this nice Hawaiian outfit, with my cream jeans, and so I wanted to give Elle the full experience of what could have been like last night, right? I could turn the corner and she's there.
You could have had all this, is what he's saying to Elle, and Elle's like, bro, I'm returning that. You can go back to London.
The best bit is I turn the corner and she's on the movie. Eyes are there. I am not in direct line of sight. I'm coming from the periphery. And obviously, I think it was like a week or two ago, we watched Bohemian Rhapsody again, sort of thing. Obviously the Queen tribute movie, which was really good. Yeah. And I was like, Mary, darling, I absolutely need a cocktail. She turns and looks at me and she starts howling. She started howling and she was just like, no, absolutely not. And I was like, what? She was like, no, you've gone too far.
Ellie's like, I love you with every fibre of my being, and seeing you like that is just a no.
She did no. The best thing was she went, well, I need to take a photo because I need to send it to your dad, and then I'm sending it to Dez. I said no because I'm having a podcast this afternoon. I'm gonna do this for Dez, and she's like, this isn't fair. I've got to sit on this for a couple of hours. This is gonna kill me.
100%.
So we ended up watching. What movie were we watching? Mean Girls. We're watching. Oh my god, that's a throwback film. A movie and a half. Watching Mean Girls.
Oh, have you heard rumors? There's a new one coming out.
What, but Mean Girls?
Like a remake. I saw trailer. I wasn't sure if it was 100% accurate, but there's a 2014 Mean Girls coming out, which is like a musical comedy. Okay. Which just sounds 10 shades of horrific.
I'll tell you what, watching the original today, I was like, my God, this movie is I mean, don't get me wrong, of my generation, yes, it was a good movie, and yes, I can understand that people have a fandom about it. Oh my God, there really is. 2024 comedy music.
2024. But the thing is, though, that was such an iconic film. Like, I feel like every single girl I know can quote 80 or 90% of that, and it is just kind of one of those movies that was so pivotal for that thing. And even when you watch it now, I still have friends that watch it and love it. And they're trying to redo
still got Miss Faye. They've still got Tina Fey doing Miss Norbury. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because Tina Fey's written it.
Oh, there we go.
So that's why I think she's now restarting it. But it is kind of weird because Mean Girls 2 were 10 shades of horrible. They did a Mean Girls reunion, which
there was oh my God, there was a reunion one.
Yeah. I believe it was just. I don't believe it was just a.
Oh my God! It actually had the original. A lot of the. Oh my God, that is terrible. Really?
Yeah, but I think it was more like the Friends reunion and stuff.
Oh no, it is. Yeah. Okay. All right.
It wasn't actually a movie, but Mean Girls 2, they just got they couldn't have it. But now to redo it it just feels like.
But to be fair, this comes to one of our podcast things that we talk. I mean, God forbid, I think we talked about this earlier in the year about that has Hollywood run out of ideas and they're now just rehashing stuff. We've already
feel like it now,
and it does genuinely feel like it. But the problem is that that these things, like when they've rehashed them, is that one day I'm going to be stood there, I'm going to be making dinner or something, or I've just got in from work, and Eddie's going to talk to me about this new movie. Or this new song, or and I'm gonna be like, that's not the original, you know. And he's like, oh no, it is. It's like,
No,
no,
no, this
no,
is
it's
definitely
not.
the first one. You're like, Eddie, no.
No, it's not. It's not. Trust me.
That being said, though, hearing of like a remake or just bringing something, just rehashing something like 40 years in the future, have you seen the new trailer for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire?
What?
The new Ghostbusters movie that's coming out in 2024.
Oh
It
God,
kind of
we hang
looks
on. Which
amazing.
Ghostbusters are we following? Are we following Afterlife? Or are we following the?
From Afterlife, definitely from
f-
Afterlife.
Thank God. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
as much as I love seeing Chris Hemsworth as a ditzy receptionist, we are doing it from that.
Okay.
And it does
All
have
right.
the original cast in it.
All right. Okay, that's good. All right.
Well, when I say the original cast, obviously there is one missing, but there's a good reason behind that. But yeah, no, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson are all back in it.
Okay. Yeah.
And it looks like it's going to be kind of amazing.
Okay.
So I
All
must
right.
say, some of these films, I'm like, if they keep true to what the original was,
Yeah.
I do think that, and just use modern technology to make it a little bit crisper and cleaner, I think it's great.
Yeah.
But
No,
there's so many
I've
of
got
these
no,
that
I've
are,
got no problem with them doing, with them slightly changing stuff or updating it to make it work. No problem with that at all.
but I must
It's
say,
like, to be fair, I did see
Mean
the
Girls 2
trailer the
does
other
kind of
day.
look.
I did see the trailer
Sorry.
the other day. Sorry, for the next Planet of the Apes movie.
Oh, really? I haven't actually seen that one
What
yet.
was it? What was it? What's it called? Hang on. I'm on IMDb. Where is it? Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. Obviously,
Oh, okay.
so it's kind of that we're getting to that stage of where we're getting to the original, like the original movie sort of thing. You know, we're starting to cycle up now, which is quite good, and I think it's quite cool of being able to see it sort of that level, which is quite cool. But yeah,
because I know the other big one that just got released was Furioso, which obviously
oh,
has
you
the
know
new
what?
Mad Max.
I actually saw that the other day, and that actually looks quite good.
And
I,
the other one that I'm looking forward to also seeing, and I'm not sure if I'm going to see it for my birthday or not, but is Silent Night. So it has the dude from the soldier dude in Suicide Squad,
which Souls dude?
the main guy, the guy that actually
Oh,
works
Rick
for Warner.
Flag.
Yeah.
Um,
So they got him in it, and obviously what happens is
Joel
that it looks
Kinnaman.
like
There we go.
it looks like his family gets gunned down, he gets shot in the throat and stuff, and he can't talk.
Okay.
So it's kind of like this action Christmas movie where then he goes after all of them. But not only does it look amazing, it is also written by probably one of the best action directors of all time in John Woo. So it's a John Woo film,
yeah.
and it just looks epic. Watch the trailer and try not to bar up. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh. I mean, okay, I'm going to have to check this out afterwards. That looks quite good, actually.
It actually looks 10 shades of amazing. And the
It's also
other
John
thing
Woo. John Woo's such a good, such a good
I'm,
director.
the only thing I'm hoping for. So, a lot of directors have little signatures in their movies. In John Woo always has a dove or a bird that floats into the camera and floats off. Normally, when the hero's about to walk in, one of the probably most famous ones you remember is in one of the Mission Impossibles where Tom Cruise comes through the door and these birds fly up and you actually see them come into the thing. And that's a signature of his that you'll actually see in every single movie
Okay.
where the hero is just being badass and then you'll see a dove or what looks like a white pigeon floating into the air. So I'm hoping that he sticks with that because the last two movies he hasn't, and it's broken my heart.
Oh no, I tell you one of his movies I do love was Wind Talkers. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, it's a great film.
Great movie, absolutely
But
fantastic.
it's not like something that he would normally do.
No. I know it was. I mean, in comparison, when you look at the rest of the list, I mean, you got Face Off, Blackjack, Hostage, Paycheck. I mean, yeah, you got I mean, God, Jesus.
He's like the who's like that's what I'm saying. You look at an action film that changed the way action film was done. You've got this. It's also done by the producers of John Wick as well. So I just feel
Is
like
he producer on that?
I don't think he's a producer. Don't know if he's a producer or it's also the producers of John Wick are coming together with John Woo from memory.
Okay, all right, yeah.
But that being said, though, it does look like this could be one of those films that I feel like it's going to be a bit of a sleeper that people are going to actually really like. And also, I think they're going for that kind of whole Die Hard kind of like, let's make it like a Christmas movie.
Well, to be fair, obviously, God forbid, I did recently, obviously, I recently heard about Bruce Willis's diagnosis and everything else with.
Only just recently.
Yeah, no, I only heard about it recently, sort of thing. To be fair, I'm not on social. I'm on TikTok, but I'm not on social media all the time. Yeah. And it's just that you end up finding. I end up finding about this stuff well after the fact. But yeah, God forbid, his diagnosis and everything else. But categorically, and this I think we need the question for the listeners: is Die Hard,
yes,
a Christmas movie or not? Which
100%.
Now
1000%.
I am aware, and I will admit, I'm fully aware that during the roast of Bruce Willis admitted himself that it's not a Christmas movie. However, we all know that's incorrect.
However, too, he was at that point struggling with what he currently has.
Oh, yeah, obviously. That's a given. So therefore, his answer can't be taken into account. So therefore, it is in my opinion, is categorically a Christmas movie, and I can't celebrate Christmas until I see Hans Gruber fall off the Yakatomi building. 100%. Quite frankly, it has to be done. It is a God given. It's either that or I'm seeing a plane explode at Atlanta airport. It's one of the two.
But it is funny though, because I used to do that. So Cherish used to fly up to Brisbane to have family Christmas, which she doesn't do anymore, but she used to do that every year. So every year I would get pretzels, I'd get a 6-pack of beer, I would normally play Borderlands or some video game on my Xbox until 9 o'clock. And then at 9 o'clock on the dot, Hans Gruber is counting down to he falling off. And that used to be my Christmas every single year. And then to the point where even like lately what's happened is she's gone to bed. And then after that, I'll watch Die Hard. There's Die Hard is on my computer, so that every single time it comes around Christmas Eve, Die Hard is being watched, and I don't care. That's just that's how I do things.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
All either agree with me that it is a Christmas film, or you can just be wrong.
No. I'm in full agreement with you. My dear beautiful, and I love her to bits, my wife disagrees with us on this point, which is incorrect, but
she's such a smart woman. Like,
I know.
Why?
That's the thing.
Why is she so wrong? How can she be this wrong?
I honestly, it's you got to find the fault in people. I think you got to learn to love the faults.
I think we just found it. I love Ellie dearly, but like, you're wrong. Straight up.
So we're going to put that as a question on the episode, ladies and gentlemen. We want to say a big thank you to all the recent subscribers and followers, because I've just realised, and I have to edit it, and I have to throw all this random stuff in now. Anyhow, but we want to say a big thank you to all of
it is your porn star mustache and Monster NATO, which is just 10 shades of awesome. That's something that...
Please make sure you do like, share, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. You can find us available on all good podcast software, as well as you can see our beautiful faces via Spotify and YouTube. If you do want to reach out to us via social media, you can. You can find us available on X, aka Twitter, or via TikTok, which has been a bit quiet, but we are aiming to improve that for the next season, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be back on it. We're going to be delivering the goods again. We're working out our new schedules and everything else to try and make sure everything goes smoothly. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'll say this is the problem when we both have major job changes halfway through a season.
Like, we've managed to not miss too many episodes, which has been kind of...
Which is impressive, given the fact that we've actually, let's be honest, 39 episodes this season is an impressive number. And it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't talked about it officially yet, but we are probably going to be after this call, of whether there is going to be an episode 40 for the year. There probably will be. If not, it will be as a bonus episode, because I'm sure we'll find a free 5 minutes somewhere to record.
Yes, I think we should do one more for the Christmas one.
One more for the Christmas
one. Maybe do it closer to Christmas.
Okay, all right.
So that now what can happen is we could have a you can have like a Die Hard Dorks Down Under episode where it's all about Christmas. Even though I can't stand Christmas, but
listen, there's nothing wrong with a few Christmas. I mean, I have a list of Christmas movies that I do enjoy watching, sort of thing. So, and to be
Probably now Silent Night's going to be one of them.
I actually am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to watching this trailer. It looks really good, actually. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, we'll definitely make a plan. So I think we will do episode 40, and then we'll be ending it there for our season 2, which will be good, and then we'll be back for season 3. So yes,
maybe we can do a Monster NATO episode as our Christmas one.
Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Much peace. Catch you later. Bye bye.